Well, hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. This is the motor vlog. As you well know, we're out with the TRF today. This isn't an official ride, but it is a TRF led ride by myself. We've got 5 in the group, myself included, and we're going to head across the North Yorkshire moors to take in some fantastic lanes and some fantastic scenery. So as always, in fine biking buddies fashion, grab yourself a brew, grab yourself your favourite chair and come with me on this week's Biking Buddies upload. Let's roll VT.
Where do you go when you're young, when you're restless, when you're fun, cause you're desperate? Oh, here they come for a chance, for adventure. What's your poison, what's your pleasure?
Okay then, so that is the titles out of the way, as you have well seen. So let me explain in a bit more detail what this ride is about. It is a TRF ride, so I'll publish this one up onto the TRF Facebook page, purely because I'd seen a lot of comments in recent days about new people that have joined the TRF that are looking to step off the surface road onto unsurfaced road. Now, a few of the chaps that are out with us today, they have arguably decades worth of road riding, very, very accomplished road riders, maybe dabbled a little bit as younger gents in the trail riding scene, or maybe a little bit of grass tracking, that kind of stuff, but not really any trail riding as such, riding the unsurfaced road network in the past circa 20 to 30 years. And that's the beauty about the TRF, is they reached out individually and individually and collectively, and here we are today. Yes, I posted this as an ADV ride, but also as a newbie ride, or new to trail riding, not necessarily to bike riding, but also as an exercise for anybody that wants to get into the area and expand that geographical trail knowledge as well. So that's what we're up to today. We're going to stick largely on the dual track, fairly gravel stuff, so these gents can get a feel of what's involved and hopefully enjoy the day, have a very pleasant experience, and they'll be out with us again. So here we are, this is our first little opener, and it'll be interesting to see how the new guys get on this. I say new guys, sounds quite condescending. New to trail riding guys, certainly. Now, we normally meet horses here, so I am just going to take it nice and steady as we go around this corner, because this is historically where I have met a couple of the horses. No, it looks like we're good today. And there we are. Tiny, tiny little splashette today. Everybody looks to be through. Okay, Coulson Banks, that's the first little bit, the rutty bit done. Now we're into the woods, and again, the rutty bit. Oh, good. So we have a bit of a gentle lead into the corner, and then we're into some fairly deep ruts. And I would imagine with all of the rain that we've had over recent weeks, this is going to be quite washed out indeed. But let's see. Yeah, it's looking quite rutty. Actually, that's not too bad. That's not too bad today. It's very greasy under wheel, but it's rut-wise, it's not actually too bad. And the guys are still with us, which is good. Whoa, look at that. Feel that bike going sideways there. So let's record the guys coming up this last little bit. If they manage it, possibly not. Let's get that turned off. And let's go back and see if we need a hand. You can see here how much sideways there was with the front wheel on this embankment, and the back wheel just kind of sliding down into the groove here. So yeah, I think we've had a bit of enough. So let's go give some assistance. Oh, of course, I've got to walk all the way back up here, which is a bit of a ball ache. Smell the fuel. Yeah, literally. Oh. No. Come on, Betty. Whoa! Close, close, close. Oh, nice one. We're away. Now, like myself, you'll be hotter when you get to the top from walking up the hill. It's a killer. What's a shame, this is a hill that we do the pathkeepers work on. And we cut these drainage ditches out to get the water down, but you can see there's bike marks in there, clearly riding off piste. And then look at this. Why would you take a four-wheel drive into that area there? Just so infuriating. And it spoils it for everybody, because ultimately the landowners will complain, this track will get a TRO on it, and for the sake of some mindless acts, it'll all be closed. Crazy. Wowzers, that was a pull up Coulson Banks indeed, aka Battersby Hill climb. And the reward for that, we're right on the top here. We can see pretty much around about half of our route now, just extending across to the northeast. But the views that we get across to the west are absolutely spectacular, with Rosebery Topping and Captain Cook's Monument there off in the far distance. So we're going to head down now towards Eskdale, ultimately taking a loop around before lunch, and there's going to be lots of action. I'm absolutely convinced of that. So, very interesting morning so far. We've had a few trials and tribulations, as we've seen, and yeah, it's a little bit of an eye-opener. Certainly for a couple of the gents that, as I say, very, very accomplished road riders. Once you step into that unsurfaced road network, you realise how much of a physical workout trail riding actually is. Now, I do include these sections that are between the trails, but look at that, looking south down the national park. We've just got this kind of semi-inversion going off between the dales. Absolutely superb. A little bit of haze on the higher level, and that's certainly where we'll be towards the latter part of the day. But for now, it's staying dry, the cloud cover is relatively high, and it just looks absolutely fantastic, albeit a little bit grey and hazy. But wow, what a day in mid-November. Well, it is a Remembrance Sunday. We've just met rush hour in Glaisdale style, so this is a good time to pause for a minute's silence. Your gate is shut. We shut your gate.
Thank you very much.
No bother at all. Oh, good. Are you preferring the wider dual track stuff?
Yeah, it's loads easier.
That's what this is, all the way to the end. So, right, let's go for it. Glaisdale Rig, here we go. Been playing leapfrog a little bit with these mountain bikers, but we're going to get them past now. Cheers, buddy. Thank you very much. And I do like Glaisdale Rig. It's very open, it's very flowing, as you can see. Hopefully, peg cam, we'll get a better footage of the chaps. Who knows? Let's just see. But one thing is for sure, how incredibly dry it is. For this time of year on the trails, yeah, you'd normally be expect to be splish splashing your way along here. But even here, look, completely bone dry. So it is a good trail, this one. You have got to watch out, it can have some little nasty surprises in it, particularly with these succession of dips and jumps and things that we've got here. They can very much catch you out if the bike kind of gets itself a little bit like there, you see, a little bit out of kilter, as it were. And somebody with the dog. Good morning, thank you. Always just take it easy and respect those shared spaces. So an early lunch beckons, now just getting a little bit hungry. I know a couple of the guys, cold hands, etc. Not entirely sure what's going on with this weather in front of us. We've got quite a serious weather bank. The wind is coming from directly ahead. But that said, we've got one gentle trail to do to drop us down into the cycle hub, and hopefully they'll have the log burner working and we can get some hearty homemade food to warm our souls. And here we are, this is our next trail. Always comes up on us a little bit sharp this, so I will indicate to let the guys know that this is here, because it is quite a sharp turn in this one. And there we are. Away we go, down into Fryupdale, or Great Fryupdale to be precise. It's a nice gentle little trail, this one, and it takes us down to some much needed food sustenance lunch. Oh, the microclimate of the North Yorkshire Moors National Park. Here we are, we just had lunch, we came out from lunch, we were bathed in sunshine, and we even said, wow, look at that, it was all in the planning, of course it was. And then we climbed a couple of 100 metres up onto the tops, and we've probably got a couple of 100 metres worth of visibility. Hey ho, but I'm sure that this is just mist across the top. That said, it will no doubt linger around when we're crossing over Rudland Rig, but let's see how we get on. So we're in the latter part of the ride now. We've just had our lunch, and we're heading ourselves down to the south end of the national park, where we'll pick some trails up, do a few connotations, and then we'll work our way back over to the northwest shoulder of the national park, and hopefully a little bit more sunnier and clearer weather. So I've not done, there they are, so I've not done a massive amount of filming in this latter part since we clicked up into the higher altitudes, and the main reason being, as I'm sure you can see, is we can't see, quite literally. But yeah, there's not a vast amount to film, so we'll pick the footage up when we're down a little bit in clearer weather and we can see a bit more of what's going on. We just dropped down through the mist, and this is the drop into Bransdale. Now the group is just leapfrogging each other just to get the gate duty. There's about 3 or 4 gates, 2 or 3 or 4 or something gates on this route on the way down, so Gordon shot ahead. He's going to get the gate with Paul, and we've got the other 2 chaps coming up there behind me. I can see those guys ahead just getting the gate very kindly, and that is superb. And that's really good, the way that this gate system works when you're out trail riding. Excellent, nice one guys. Well, that sees us down on the tops, and yeah, I do apologise for not filming any of that across the tops, but it was thick pea soup, as you saw earlier in the video. Just glancing across to my left there, I don't know whether you can see right off in the distance there, that is the Cleveland Hills, and they are completely enveloped in mist. So we've got one more little challenge to do, just for this ADV focus group. Now, arguably it isn't really a challenge for the people in the ride. Everybody, as we've seen as the day's gone along, is more than capable of riding the terrain that we've ridden on, and it's just been a really nice day and a nice opportunity to get out and show potentially some new lanes to these guys that are vastly experienced riders, but maybe less so with the off-road trail stuff. So we'll pick this footage up as we end the video. Stay in there, thank you very much, missus. You've got to be very careful that people just presume on these little kind of painted roundabouts. So we're just going to work our way down to that last little challengette, and hopefully we should get the bikes cleaned in the process of doing so. Intriguing. It's a better side, but as we look in, the right hand side is slightly deeper.
Stay left.
So stay left, yeah. 2, 1. Okay, so this is the last little challengette, which is the water crossing. Now it's very shallow, as we can see. Okay, let me get myself down here. Awesome, nice one. Okay then folks, so I'm going to close the video down then. Here we are at Stokesley doing the river crossing. If you have stuck with me to the end, then thank you very much for your company as always. And if the pleasure takes you, then please do hit that subscribe button. Oh! And give the video a like, give it a share. Awesome stuff. Thank you folks if you've stuck with me to the end, and thank you. Give it a like, give it a share, and we will catch you for the next one. Cheers folks. Bye now, bye.